Button. Okay, perfect. All right, Julie, Tommy, how you doing today?
Good,
Doing
good.
good.
Good, good. So first off, tell me, how excited are you both for Everybody to premiere?
Very
Excited.
excited. Yeah.
Super,
Good.
super pumped.
Well, this
Good.
is old school for Julie, but this is my first feature-length documentary. So in that respect, I'm super excited. Yeah.
Awesome, fantastic. So Julie, can you tell us how this project came to fruition and why you felt that the story that a story like this needed to be told?
On the second part, I think when you start hearing the stories of Alicia, River, and Saifa and seeing what they're doing, taking the difficult experience they've had and using it to help other people, like there's something so revelatory about it that I feel like it's a story that like a lot of people will enjoy learning about and a story that needs to be told. I actually came to it through the archival story that kind of gets embedded in the middle of the film, the stranger
Mhm,
than fiction case of medical abuse that surprisingly had so much impact on how intersex people have been treated over the years.
mhm.
Um, and that led me to see what modern day intersex activists are doing, and I just think it's a really not only an important story but like a really like mind-blowing story to learn about and watch unfold.
Yeah, fantastic, perfect. And Tommy, what was it about Everybody that appealed to you?
That Julie was doing it, that it was the topic of intersex, the topic I've been interested in for almost a decade. And then also that NBC News Studios was producing it as a production arm. I had worked for NBC for 15 years.
Yeah.
So I knew there were quality people behind the scenes. And in my first foray in the feature-length documentary world, it couldn't have been a better situation for me.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So how did you pick and choose who you wanted the film to focus on, and what made you land on Alicia, River, and Sypha?
Yeah. I kind of knew going in that I wanted the film to focus on activists who had some organic connection to one another so that you could sort of see their story as a coherent single story rather than it being three. Yes, their life stories are different, but their activism is stuff that's happening together. Um,
Mhm.
I met Alicia first from Googling, I think, intersex activists. This was about 3 years ago, and there were just a lot of videos of Alicia out there on social media. I loved the fact, honestly, that she's from Texas.
Yeah.
Having someone like at the in the heart of
Mhm. Yep.
anti-LGBTQIA, like, America, who's out there fighting that fight every single day, just like
Mhm.
impressed me. There's like a toughness to her that really seemed great. And I basically asked her to introduce me to some of her fellow activists. She introduced me to Saifa right away. We had a Zoom um where he's over studying in England. We had a Zoom. I was like, this guy's incredible. So I
Yeah.
started following the two of them, and on our second day, no, actually on our first day of filming, River just they were all making posters, and River just showed up. The moment
Okay.
that we met River is actually captured in the film with someone
Oh
saying,
wow.
"Oh, hey, there's River." And like River's an actor, and they're
Mhm.
just one of those people who just like pop on camera, like, and
Yeah.
like the second soundbite, I'm like, okay, this is a major star of the movie. So
So everything just kind of came together organically. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fantastic. And like you said, all three subjects are now leaders in this growing global movement advocating for greater understanding of the intersex community. Are you hoping that this documentary will help further that movement?
Yes, because it's very, very good. If
Mhm.
it weren't good, it would be a problematic, but it's very good. And I think I get such great feedback from my friends who don't know about this world. And, most of them are LGBT, mostly are gay. And even they didn't know too much about this. Now they're really excited to tell other people about it, which will lead them to watch the movie. So that's why it's so amazing that the film turned out the way it did, because
Mhm.
it's really great to watch and great to talk about.
Mhm. For sure. Why do you think the intersex community is still not often talked about?
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer.
Mhm.
I have been surprised by that, particularly within the LGBTQ plus movement,
Yeah.
how little awareness, even in that environment, there is on intersex issues. But of course, if you go back 10 years, 15 years, there was the same sort of lack and missing of trans issues.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so I think part of it is a holdover from the secrecy that's been so much a part of so many
Mhm.
intersex people's existence. If you're told to be quiet and you're not speaking up, it's really hard to advocate for your rights like quietly.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and so I think there was a period where there just weren't enough people fighting the fight. Now that there are, it's a complicated issue. It takes people maybe a little bit of time and self education, but like, isn't that kind of what activism should be all about? Like,
Exactly. I
let's
agree.
start educating ourselves.
Yes, yes. So besides educating and making more people aware of the intersex community, what else do you ultimately hope audiences take away from everybody?
Hmm. Julie?
Um, you know, uh, so I like to think of this as a feel good movie.
Okay.
Yes, we're dealing with shame, stigma, secrecy, and non-consensual genital surgeries, but
Mhm.
like how the people in our film have dealt with their their past and how
Yeah,
they've pushed forward to become really strong, really fun, really hilarious people is like inspiring and enjoyable. So I say our intersex rights doc is a feel good movie, and I hope viewers take it the same way.
definitely. Tommy, would like to add to that?
Yeah, and hopefully the popularity of this film will bring even all the parts of the LGBTQI community together. There's a little bit of people kind of separating, saying that trans rights sometimes don't coalesce with like gay rights and all that stuff. But I think a movie like this can bring all those communities together again because it's so encompassing of so many different issues that all of us sort of face.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I think that's one of the great things that might happen with this movie.
For sure. And Julie, what did you personally take away from this experience?
Um, you know, my mind was kind of blown at every turn on this film. Actually, like from the historical parts to what the medical experiences of our stars to
Mhm.
what people are doing today. So, I totally feel it's hard to talk about this without seeming all woo woo, but I feel
Yeah.
pretty like enriched by having had the opportunity to get to know these people, and I
Mhm.
hope that viewers are going to feel that same way in an hour and a half capsule of getting to know people.
For sure. And Tommy, what did you personally take away from this experience?
Yeah, I love all of our characters, and it's not in the film, but they even coached me in my personal life.
Really?
After each shoot, I mean, some of the wisdom they've imparted in me, because I go through life with some of my own obstacles, and it's
Mm,
just great that there's just wonderful people, and hopefully everyone loves them as much as I do.
for sure, definitely. All right, Julie, Tommy, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.